Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of BS Drunk Movie Reviews. This is a weekly podcast, and we do upload the video version of this to our YouTube channel, so you can check us out there. This is the spooky season, so we are going to be doing Halloween movies this month. My name is Matt, and as always, I'm being joined by my sister Vetta.
Hello.
And on this episode, we are going to be reviewing drunkily Halloween Ends. So Vetta, overall, what did you think about this movie before you saw it, when you went into it?
I was excited. I love the Halloween franchise. Michael Myers is great.
And then what did you think about it overall?
For shit. Absolute shit.
Yeah, it's shit. Okay, so before we get started again on the review, why don't we just ask the most important question of the evening? What are you drinking?
So it was supposed to be the Halloween, but it looks more like a pumpkin. For those who can't see it, it's orange. Because I had purchased orange juice, but my family drank it. So this is just orange soda and rum. It's not bad.
It's so weird. I'm having what I found on the internet called the Michael Myers, and it's just orange soda, orange juice, and rum.
Oh, see, I found it and it was called the Halloween.
Well, that's interesting. Great. I'm going to put both of those up as two totally different recipes. Anyways,
the exact same.
I'm going to put it up there. I found them as two different recipes. So, okay. So, I just like after I got into watching this movie, I was like, what did I watch? I mean,
I was so mad. I was like, these are hours of my life never getting back.
Exactly.
I could have finished putting my Halloween decorations up in my yard.
Right on. I feel you could have, you could have done anything. I think I'd rather watch paint dry. Did you know that there are two kinds of evil? There's an evil that exists, that's an external force that threatens the well-being of the tribe. Survival depends on understanding and awareness of the fear of physical threat of our daily lives. The other kind of fear lives inside of us like a sickness or an infection. It's more dangerous because we may not know we're infected. What the fuck is this? Is this memoirs of Laurie Strode? No, it's Halloween. I want to see murders.
You don't even get a lot of murders.
There's don't.
Like 14 murders or something.
Yeah,
and only 3 of them are by Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off.
Yeah, I wrote it down later on, but I was just like, what is this, like the Michael Myers, apprentice or internship? Like
would have been, but spoiler alert, Michael kills him.
Yeah, well, he was pretty much dead. I mean, you can't get shot and then stabbed through the neck and survive, or can you?
Well, apparently you can, because he grabbed Michael and he stabbed himself. Laurie didn't kill him.
That's true.
It was suicide. God, if he'd have done that at the beginning of the movie, it would have been way better.
Well, like it went into this whole thing where he's just like, well, this town's gonna say I'm a murderer. I'm just gonna become a murderer. And I'm all like, that's what you got out of this? You should get the fuck out.
That's what I was like, move, change your name and move.
I wouldn't even change my name. I would just left. I'd been like, I'm not staying here. I'm like, I'm gonna save up a tiny, even if I didn't have any, I would just go. I'd just be like, you know what? I'll just live in like a shelter or something for a little while. I can't stay here.
Well, apparently he likes abandoned houses, even if murder happens there.
Yeah,
or accidents.
Right.
So
okay. Okay, so the opening sequence, right, was a little crazy for me. I don't know how you felt about it. But I have to just say
Jeremy's a dick.
I wrote that down. I wrote down he's an asshole. He is an asshole. And his parents were kind of assholes too. Like his mom was just like, hey, how's your day? And then she just like walked away from him. And I was like, rude.
Yeah.
But I didn't do you think that kid deserved to die?
Well, he didn't deserve to die. He deserved, to be grounded, to have some sort of consequences. He was an asshole. He was going to end up being an asshole, and he was going to grow up and be, he was just a royal dick.
Right on. I did like their house, though. I like their stairs.
Yeah, that was really nice. But now that I've seen a kid fall over him, I go,
Right on. So my question is, and I don't know if you could tell, but when Laurie burnt the pie at the beginning, what pie was it? What kind of pie do you think it was?
It was not a pumpkin pie because it had crust.
Yeah, that
like
I know.
on top of it. Pumpkin pie doesn't have crust on top.
And that's a weird tradition. Like on Halloween, I'm going to make you a pie. I'm like,
yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't get that tradition.
I don't like pie, so I wouldn't.
Oh my God, I love pie.
I like pie
Hair
filling.
pie.
I don't like crust.
Oh my God, I love the crust. That's like my favorite part. I would eat the crust just by itself if people would let me.
Not a regular thick pastry dough. I did make one time a macadamia nut crust. It was so good. It was expensive. Macadamia nuts are expensive.
Right on. All right, no more double entendres.
I've been drinking for a long time. I've been pre-gaming. I'm going to a party after this.
Nice. Okay. So, I didn't have anything else in there. You just chime in if you want to.
Okay.
Okay. So I found it very annoying that Deputy Dewey, that's not his name, I don't remember what it was, but he pulled her over, and it was such a waste of time. Like, he's like, your muffler's hanging off, buddy. You don't think she could hear it driving? Because when it was going on, I was like, what is that noise? Because I'm getting really annoyed right now. So I'm pretty sure what's her face was very aware of her muffler.
Yeah, but then I go, okay, you couldn't get that fixed. You're a nurse. You're not poor. Could you? And you live with your grandma, so you ain't paying rent. Could you take that money and just fix it? But even after she gets it fixed, it still makes a noise. Yeah.
I'm all like, oh,
he's shitty at his job.
Yeah, for all that talk. It's just a push and 2 screws or whatever. And I'm all like, apparently not, fuckface.
Maybe he needed 3.
Yeah. Okay, so I love when he goes and first off, I didn't love it, but he's in the gas station. He's looking for like at the drinks, and the gas station is like, you gonna buy anything or not? And I'm all like, yo, honey, chill, okay? Chill, daddy. Because how many gas station attendants do you know that you're just like looking at which soda to buy, and they're like, you gonna buy anything, fucker?
But you got to remember, everyone thinks he's a murderer that got away with it.
Yeah, but still, I just it was very
weird. No, I've never been in a gas station where someone's like, you gonna buy anything? No.
But and then those band kids. So I didn't realize that band kids were so badass, that they were just so macho and shit, because those band kids.
This one time at band camp.
Yeah. they pulled up, and then as soon as they find out he killed that kid on accident, they were straight up like, all like, up in his face and shit and acting all tough and everything. And I'm all like, you guys are band kids. Band kids aren't tough. Like, get out of here.
I didn't know any that were tough when I was a kid. So
I was just like, huh, that's interesting. And he just took it like a total bitch that first time. I was like,
well, and I was like, if I was picking on somebody and they, broke a bottle with their bare hand, I might be like, oh, he's a little cray-cray. I'm gonna skip.
Right on. So then, and Laurie saves him, right? She's all like, hey, assholes, cut it out. And then she gives him a knife, and he's cuts a hole. I
did enjoy that she was like, but I was pissed he only did one tire. I would have for sure more than one.
But the kid didn't change his tire. He had it towed to.
He drove on it. Remember his dad's yelling, how long? Hold on, I wrote it down. For 3 miles. He drove on it.
Well, yeah, right. Sorry, I forgot that. And I go, who doesn't know how to change a tire? Like, that's so weird. My kids, when they were 5 and 3, I took them out to the driveway. I was like, we're gonna change a tire. You guys are gonna learn real quick. I'm all like, who doesn't know how to change a tire?
And anyone who's ever looked at a jack, it's got the step-by-step instructions, at least newer ones do.
Yeah, it's not like it's not necessarily hard. It just can be a pain in the ass, especially like if it's, really cold outside and you're on the side of the highway in shorts. I know, because I've been there.
I was just going to say, this sounds like a personal experience.
It was the latest thing. Oh, it was so cold. And I was in shorts because I work inside and everything. And I'm out on the highway. And every time a car or semi passed would just a big gust of wind. I was like, oh, fuck you. I kept having to get in my car and
you're like, you couldn't move over one lane, you dick.
Right. So, okay. I did like how the dog. So Laurie takes him to the hospital to meet her daughter. And I just want to say, they instantly fell in love. Like, as soon as they saw her, they instantly fell in love. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, that they were trying to do those romantic meet cute things, and it was weird.
Oh yeah, their meet cute was definitely weird, because then they talk about how they just burn it down, and I'm all like, what? What's going
Yeah.
on here, weirdos?
Yeah.
Um, okay, I did agree with the redheaded nurse that got the promotion over her. I when she goes, if it's not sexy, it's not Halloween. I was like, agreed, agreed. If it's not sexy, it's not Halloween.
On those over the age of 18. Anyone under the age of 18, I'm creeped out.
Well, yeah. Oh, and I like how what's her face from the last movie that we watched. She was doing tarot cards, and I was like,
What was her name?
she's on Housewives.
Lindsay, like her name's like something Richards.
Yeah, but tarot cards are such bullshit. I don't believe in that stuff. So as soon as she pulled out those tarot cards, I was like, "What are you doing, honey? Nobody, no, death is not just not a bad card. It could mean change." I'm like, "Yeah, death. Death is change.
That's a change. You're living and now you're dead."
Okay, so okay. I'm gonna jump over to Corey and his mom
Oh
in
my
their
God,
relationship.
yes.
Okay, yes. Okay, first off, I found Corey's mom to be very gross. In terms of when she's eating that plate of spaghetti. First off, she's like, "This is very good." And I was like, "You mean spaghetti?" It didn't. I mean, it just looked like generic spaghetti, but okay,
Did
cool.
you just pour the sauce out of a jar and cook some noodles?
Yeah,
I
and then she kept
mean,
like licking her fingers, and I
yeah.
felt that was weird. And then also, did you notice her glass had like food like on it?
Yes.
Like,
When she got up, it was like covered in food. Yes.
yeah, and I'm all like, do you not know how to eat properly? What's
I
going
went
on
to,
here?
did you forget to buy napkins
Yeah,
when you went to the store?
yeah. And I want to ask you, okay, so this kind of jumps a little bit later, but I want to ask you something, and you answer me this. Did you get the vibe that Corey's mom wanted to fuck her son? Because
I definitely got there was something there because
because
she was way possessive, and not in a, you know, I want to protect my kid possessive, but definitely in a he's never leaving me because
like
he's
in a
mine
very,
possessive.
yeah, like very jealous. Like he was
Yes.
getting a text and he was hanging out with a girl all night.
Yeah.
And then when she kissed him on the lips, I was all like, what's going on there? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I thought my mom was controlling. Your mom was kissing you on the lips. At least my mom, has the decency to just kiss me on the cheek,
Yeah.
weirdo.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
and can I ask you this? What is Ronald's role? Because he's his boss
right.
and he was having dinner, and I'm like, is he his stepdad, his mom's boyfriend?
Yeah, I don't
Because he
know.
calls him Ronald, so I don't think he's dad, but I'm super confused on.
Yeah.
And at
I'm
the end, before the mom dies, when he comes in, she's like, "Ronald, is that you?" And I'm like, is it her brother? Maybe it's her brother.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I have no idea who Ronald is to their family. Like it's so crazy. Okay. Yeah, I wrote down that Corey and what's her face fell in love really quickly. They fell in love so fast. Like they were practically married by the time they went on that bar date.
Sure.
It was so crazy. Okay. Okay. So Lori goes to the grocery store and she runs into the old sheriff guy or whatever, and she's all like, "Don't you know anything about vegetables?" And I'm all like, "Oh,
Right.
get out of here, Lori."
Because
And
she hands him canned vegetables. If you're gonna shove vegetables down his throat, at least get some fresh ones.
right,
God.
and yeah, and I love how he brought her fresh vegetables. I love how at the end that I'm all like, "Are you two just gonna fuck or what? Can you just get it out of the
Wait
way?"
until
Like,
they go to Japan and see the cherry blossoms.
I mean, yeah, I guess so, but I'm just like, just get it out of the way. You're fucked up. She's fucked up. Just do it.
Is it just me, or in movies when they write flirting scenes for old people, they're very awkward?
Right? Yeah, I would agree. You're just like, Like you're just like, come on, listen, you're old, I'm old. We don't have time for this. Do you want to fuck or what?
Exactly.
Okay, like yeah, I would you know what, if I get old and I'm by myself and everything, if I'm not married anymore or my wife dies, knock on wood. If I'm just gonna find some older lady, just like, listen, you want to date or not? No. All right, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to deal with you. Okay. So she leaves the store, right? And then that woman just basically like verbally attacks her because her sister was the woman from the last movie. Her and her husband were attacked.
They were
I
playing the
remember,
nurse and the doctor, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember I felt bad for them because she just sat there while her husband he just kept pulling out every single knife out of their drawer and just stabbing him with it. And I'm all like,
Yeah.
dude, I think he's dead. You've used every sharp utensil in that kitchen. He is a goner. There's no coming back from that. But I didn't like how she like attacked Laurie and blamed her. Like I'm like, she's a victim too. I'm
So
like,
this is where I started to go, what the fuck is wrong with this movie? When did she become the, the one that everyone blamed? Because in the
yeah,
originals, she was the victim and
right.
everyone felt bad and wanted to protect her. In this one, everyone's blaming her like she taunted him. And people seem to have forgotten that it's her brother because people were like, oh, she was making fun of the mentally handicapped and now he's getting back because she was a bully, or you know or maybe she loves him or he loves her and this is fatal attraction or whatever. And I'm like, ew, did you guys forget their brother and sister?
Yeah,
And
it
he's
was
a psychopath.
Yeah, it was very weird. I didn't like it. I didn't like her attacking her outside that store. I'm all like, it's a good thing it wasn't me because even though I'd feel bad, I'd just be like, yo, I'm about to smack a bitch if you don't back off because I'm not playing games with you. Okay. So then the band gang, they are like the opposite of the buttercream gang. They are mean.
What do
Like
you think their initiation is?
I have no idea. All I know is the fat girl with the yellow jacket they'd probably just let her in out of pity because she was just straight up like not having any of it. The other three were hardcore. They were just like, as soon as they found out he was murdered, they're like, "Fuck you, killer, kid killer," and they're like, push him over the bridge. I'm all like, you guys need to calm down. It's just a 6-pack.
No, he fell.
He fell.
That's my
Exactly.
story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah. So they attack him. Okay, so then when Corey wakes up.
Oh, wait.
No.
You skipped over the bar scene.
I told you to tell me if you want to talk about stuff. Let's talk about that.
I just want to talk
Very
about his
long
dancing.
fucking bar scene. What'd you say?
I just want to talk about his horrendous dancing.
Oh, right. Yeah.
If you go on a date with someone and you're dancing with them and all of a sudden they drop to their knees and they're dancing on their knees and then they lay down and they're dancing on the ground, would you keep dancing with them? I wouldn't. I would
Right.
look around and walk away.
Right. I know, right? Because that's a very good point. It was very awkward. Yeah, and then she just kept like grabbing at him and everything.
I was gonna say, and then what was she doing? She like kneels down, is doing this all. Woo!
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
yeah.
like, you're not at a fucking rave. You're not on any drugs.
Yeah.
Why are you waving your hands in front of his face?
Yeah, you guys are
like,
at a bar at a Halloween party. Let's calm down. These are
and
your
you
coworkers.
drank vodka sodas. Like,
yeah.
come
Yeah,
on.
it was straight up weird, but at the same time, I'm all like, they're having fun. And then he gets confronted by the mom, which I was all like, now
who was wearing the same clothes?
Oh my god, yeah, oh my god, I wrote that down. Oh, I didn't read it, but I wrote it down somewhere. But I was all like, do you think she just wore that forever? Like she just never like took it off. She just wore that outfit.
Oh, see, I thought maybe she thought that if she put everything, if she tried to recreate everything from that night, she could like get home in time to save, like she really went crazy.
Maybe, but that sounds more interesting than this movie.
Right? Let's write that movie.
Yeah, like that sounds way more interesting than this. I feel like they started off with a completely different movie, and then they're just like, let's just make this into a Halloween movie, but we're gonna focus on the victims,
Well, can we just talk too about for a moment here? Oh no, it'll come up when never mind. You're at the bridge. He's been pushed over the bridge and he wakes up.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think that homeless man put him in there? Well, do you think he put him in there to get killed? Because he later on he goes, "Go get me the mask. I'm Michael Myers," and everything.
Yeah.
But do you think he put him in there to get killed or to bring him the mask? Because I was very confused by this whole thing.
I didn't get it either. I kind of thought that he maybe thought, because he's a crazy person, that he thought if he just kept pushing people in there for Michael Myers, that or he wouldn't come out and kill him. Because
Right
that looked
on.
like that was the old guy's house. Remember, he's got that tent
Mhm.
there.
Yeah. Okay, so I just want to note right now that at this point in time, we are 50 minutes into this movie.
Yeah.
Michael Myers does not kill. He shows up at this point in time, but he doesn't kill anybody until 55
Yep.
minutes
I
into
have that
this.
written down too. But can we talk about the fact that Michael Myers let him live? Michael Myers doesn't let people live. He kills people in bathrooms. He kills people who just he if you get in his way or you confront him, he kills you. He does not let people live, and he let Corey live.
Yeah, that's the thing. He was looking into his eyes, and everybody kept saying this thing about, I see it in his eyes. That's not the dad is like, that's not the kid I used to know. That's somebody different. I'm all like, it's crazy because I look in people's eyes. I don't see killer. I don't care if they're a killer or not. I just don't see it.
But in the original Halloween, I think it was after he's incarcerated or something, the doctor's like, his eyes have no soul or something. So there is a thing. I don't know if that's like the same thing they were going for. Who knows with this shit movie?
Right. I didn't understand any of it. In fact, I wrote down, that's the next thing I wrote down. I was like, what is going on? This movie sucks. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where they're going with this.
And can we just say one more time, Michael Myers only kills 3 people. I mean, even the teenage band guy accidentally kills Ronald, which we'll get to, but I mean, come on here.
Right. Okay. So I love the scene where Laurie's daughter is at the hospital and Deb is all like talking to her and she just looks at her and goes, Deb, do you ever shut your goddamn mouth? She's like, I'm right here. Do you ever shut your goddamn mouth? And she's like, and she just like stops. And I thought she was gonna have like a fit, but she just goes, I know, right? I know. I talk way too much. And I was like, oh, that's a perfect response. I love that. I love like Deb is so like self-aware enough to know that she talks way too much and she's like okay with it.
Right. She's like, it's fine.
It's fine. And then she dies.
Oh yeah. She is Michael Myers' first victim.
Yeah. But
55 minutes into the movie.
55 minutes into this movie, which is ridiculous because I'm all no. He kills, the first victim is the deputy guy, remember?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That gets led into the thing by the kid. I forgot about him.
Yeah, because then he's all like, show me how to do it. And I'm all like, what's going on here? I don't like this. I don't like it at all. But he shows up at the doctor's house, which I knew as soon as she's like, sorry, you didn't get the promotion. I for sure thought you were gonna get it. I was like, you're fucking the doctor though. And she was.
Yep. Well, and did you not get the impression that when she walked through the house that she was like, oh, this is gonna be my house?
Yeah.
He got money.
Yeah, Deb was definitely a gold digger. And that doctor was like, what gets me about these movies is, and I don't know how you are in your life, but me personally, like when I get home, the first thing I want to do is fuck. I don't want to open a bottle of wine first. I don't want to take a shower first. I don't want to get out a charcuterie board and shit or a what is that called with the vegetables and stuff? It doesn't matter. Anyways, I just wanted to put the tip in. So I don't understand why he was like,
it's because you're married. You're married.
I wasn't married. He should want to get it in right then and there. Like he should just pull the panties to the side. I don't know why he was waiting to drink that wine. Like
she would have been more than happy to. She wasn't.
And that wine would have been there when they were done, and it might have tasted better. It might
right. And
probably.
You are, and sometimes you either want to go straight to sleep or sometimes you're like, I could use a snack. So
yeah. I would have just done the hormone sandwich before anything else if it was me. Okay. What did you think about that first kill with the kid and Michael teaming up, tag teaming that couple?
No, I can't. It's not a not a Michael Myers movie. I don't even know I don't know what they could have called this, but the only thing that makes this Halloween Ends is the end. It's just
yeah,
I'm very angry about Corey. Shouldn't even be here. He should be dead.
Yeah, I didn't like that Corey was the main antagonist of this movie. Like, I'm all like, come on, like this is ridiculous.
He had like what, 9 or 10 kills out of the 14.
Yeah, because didn't this take place like a year after the last movie? Because the last movie took place on Halloween, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because at the one point the mom says, well, last year with all that Michael Myers stuff.
Yeah, so
it's 2 years. It's 2 years because he's a year. Hold on, let me do
that. Yep.
It's because the mom says that a year before, and then they're a year after. So yeah, 2
years. Was Michael in that sewer for 2 years, just living off, rats and stuff? Like, so weird.
I find that very strange too, because in all the other movies, the only reason he stops killing is because he's incarcerated.
Yeah, it was
he
very
doesn't stop killing because he's hiding in a treehouse.
Yeah. So, sorry, I need to take a step. Okay, so when Laurie talks to the dad of the kid at the beginning, what was his name? Nathan, Derek.
The Jeremy's dad?
Jeremy, that's what I said.
No, that's the little boy.
Yeah, the
Roger,
little boy.
I think, is the dad's name.
No, it doesn't matter. I was talking about I just
the little boy's Jeremy.
Yeah. Jeremy's dad. What did you think about that scene? I have thoughts.
I was like, what is this? Some urban legend like thing where they think Michael Myers is being reincarnated in this kid? I didn't like it. I was like, dude, your wife's hanging out in bars freaking people out. Shouldn't you be with her instead of being in another bar shooting pool?
Did you think they were still married?
He says.
Oh, did he? I don't remember.
Yeah, he says my wife she just doesn't understand my need for closure and to move on. He doesn't say ex-wife or anything. He says wife. I think that's what I wrote down.
Right on. It's fine if they're not married. If they are married, it's fine. I agree. I thought this was also very weird, just because like this is not a. I wrote it down. I was like, is this the memoirs of Laurie Strode? No, it's not. It's a Halloween movie. I don't need to be bombarded every 5 minutes with a speech about good and evil, or a speech about evil and how it's infecting us like a disease and all this. I'm like, what is going on? Like how you see in his eyes.
So my question for you is, would you read her book that she's writing in this?
No, I have zero interest in this shit.
I was like, I would not read this.
Yeah, what I wonder what the title was. Did it say the title?
It does at one point, but I can't remember.
50 Shades of Laurie Strode. Anyway, so
I think it was Stalker, Survivor, Sister.
No, that's a horrible title. I'm not reading that. And then he said something about looking into his eyes. He saw evil, and I'm all like, okay, good for you. I'm like, look at you, Dr. Phil. Okay, so so then Corey and what's her face are on the top of that radio station's roof, and they're just hanging out, and then he jumps off the roof, and I'm all like, look at you, Daredevil. And then he parkours it to the street, and then that DJ guy comes out, and he gets hostile like real freaking quick. Like, I'm sorry, if I saw somebody laying on the ground, I'd be like, what's going on here? Are you okay? No, he gets angry real quick. He's all like, this is private property, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here, you ugly bitch. And I'm all like, dude, daddy, chill, right? And I'm all like, what is going on with this guy? He's having a bad day for some reason. And then the girl comes up and he's like, y'all better get out of here before I beat your ass. And I'm like, dude, you need to drink something by saying that. Take a drink.
Okay.
But
tell me twice.
I thought it was very aggressive very quickly. Do you have any thoughts about this?
Yeah, no, I just kind of went, why did he even come outside? Does he have
Right.
cameras?
I think maybe because when he jumped on that little roof part, maybe he heard
Ah,
that.
but if he was doing a show, wouldn't he have noise canceling headphones on?
Maybe,
I
maybe.
don't know.
So then after that,
Mm.
Corey is like a freaking weirdo sleeping at the Allen's house in the
He's in,
spot. What?
yeah. Go ahead, finish.
Where that kid landed. I thought that
Yes.
was very weird.
On the actual blood-stained hardwood floor. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
gross and
yeah.
creepy. And
And
he
Laurie
needs
was like, nah,
therapy.
yeah, he needs therapy for sure. Well, his mother would not pay for that because she's all the therapy he
But
needs.
he's an adult.
So then he wakes up to that knocking noise, which was very annoying that Laurie was doing with the grr, grr, grr. I was all like, Laurie, I'd punch you in the face just for that. Okay. And then my question about that is, how did Laurie know he was there? Did she just have like an instinct that he was at the Allen's house of all places? Like, I'm all like, how did she know he was there?
Maybe he told Allison.
I'm not looking for you to have answers to this. If you have zero answers to this, that's fine. It's totally cool.
I don't know.
I just as soon as it happened, I was like, I just threw my hands up. I was like, how does she know he's there? How does she know he's
Yeah.
there? Okay.
And
So
they left a
then
lot of furniture when they moved out.
yeah, but I'm telling you right now, when with that house being empty, I still liked it. I was just like, I would if I could afford a house like that, I would be very happy. Like it would just be
But houses that people die in don't stay empty. Somebody buys it. I think you only have to disclose that someone was murdered, not that they died by accident or
murder. Murdered
yes.
who?
Jeremy.
Yeah, no, yeah. Okay, so the band nerds are inside that gas station again. They spend a lot of time at that gas station.
Maybe it's the only one in town. Ooh, we're
Maybe.
getting ready for Corey's lame ass killing spree.
Right on. Yeah. It was
Where
like
he impersonates, he steals poor Michael's mask. Like, go buy your own William
right.
Shatner mask,
Yeah.
asshole.
Like a small piece of me got like they were trying to copy what was it the third one, the season of the witch one,
Yeah.
where they had that little clown mask, and if you put it on, they had the supernatural element to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think these movies take out the supernatural element of the whole thing. Um, but yeah. So he lures them to his little junkyard or whatnot, scrapyard. And he locks that gate.
Mhm.
Okay. What did you think about the killing of these band geeks? Because I have thoughts.
Well, I don't remember the first kid's name that dies with the ice
Oh,
pick
his
through the
name
eye.
is, I did write it down because Billy.
Billy. I
Billy.
was going to say Bobby, but Billy, I go, how did they not hear that? They were like, what, 30 feet away from Billy? And Billy didn't make any noise when he was stabbed in the eye. Is that an instant death?
Yeah,
I
right.
I don't
Um,
know if that's an instant death. So that one was lame because it made no sense.
mhm.
Um, you don't even get to see um
Stacy.
who
Stacy, the
is
black
she the
girl.
one? Yeah. So you don't
Yeah.
even get to see her die.
I wrote that down about both of them. I'm in the same boat. They didn't show Billy or Stacy dying. I was like, what kind of
No,
a Halloween
horror
movie is
films.
this?
Yeah.
Because you
And
remember, okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Just give me two
no,
seconds. Do you remember the last one, Halloween Kills, when all those town people are like surrounding Michael Myers and they think they've got him right at the end, and then he
yeah,
just plows them? They showed all
all
those
of it.
deaths, and I'm
I
all like,
mean,
what was the blood, the fake blood budget not up to snap on this one?
yeah,
Was the
I don't
fake
know.
was the fake people making prosthetics not up to par, the budget?
He
Um,
was on vacation.
so continue with your thoughts on this.
I don't remember what I was saying.
You were saying like you didn't see Stacy die.
Yeah, you don't get to see her die. You the death of the girl in the yellow jacket is too easy.
Right on.
And then is it Terry? The guy in the Letterman's jacket?
It is, I didn't write it down, but
yeah. Anyways, his with the blowtorch, like, I'm sorry if you stick a blowtorch in my mouth. I get that it's in my mouth. I'm still fighting. He just laid there and let it happen. Barely made any noise.
Do you think it
Nothing.
was because he was knocked out before with the
I thought his
gun?
eyes were open.
I mean, maybe, but do you think he was a little disoriented? Because I got that. That's why he didn't do
But
anything.
if flames started touching your face, you just lay there?
But he put it in his mouth.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But you
Like,
wouldn't move and do anything?
I mean, I guess so. I just, me personally, I'm all like, man. I thought it was cool in terms of like, although they blurred it out, dude, because like the whole time I'm all like, you're not gonna show that like that whole thing. Like it was very I was like, Daddy wants to see that, but they didn't show it.
I don't know. Oh, it was just very strange. And then he kills the girl under the fence, but then also runs over her head.
Yeah, which I just want to say, out of everybody, she was like not necessarily mean to him,
No,
but she didn't do anything to him. She
guilty by association.
Yeah, she kind of tried to talk them out of it.
Yeah, and that's the only point where he kind of is like Michael Myers in The Killing, like, you were there, so you gotta die. I'm not, don't let him live type of thing. But still, at that point, I was like, wait, are they trying to make this guy Michael Myers? Fuck off.
Right. Yeah, that's what I got. Like I wasn't looking for an apprenticeship. I was looking for
the real guys lived for 40 years. Let's keep this going.
Right on. So then he hops over to the DJ's place where again he kills that receptionist, very hot by the way. Like it was all blurry and it was off screen. And I was like, are not going to show, are they going to show any deaths like full blown?
And then they show you the DJs.
They do. They show you the DJs, which I appreciated, although it was gross. His tongue was all like,
Well, first of all, can you cut a tongue off with just everyday scissors?
I mean, I guess you can't. I'm
in like one swoop.
Oh no, I don't believe that. But I mean, like, I think you could if you tried.
If you sat there and just went,
yeah, probably it would hurt a lot more than what was happening there.
Right?
Yeah, no. I did appreciate that because I'm like, okay, I was like, this is what I'm looking for. I just wish Michael Myers would have done it.
Right.
Okay. So then he goes to Laurie Strode's house and she, fakes him out. And
but he's already set up the whole ploy thing by telling Allison that she said she wants to kill him, and he's crazy because he's like, if I can't have her, nobody can. Red flag. Red flag.
Yeah, he's very one of those.
Yeah.
But long story short, he dies by Michael, and Michael's looking for Laurie in the house. Remember at the beginning, she's like, I bought a house.
He wants Laurie, but he also wants his fucking mask back.
Yeah, he does. But she because at the beginning, she's like, I bought a house and there's no weapons and there's no hiding places. And I was like, bitch, maybe you regret not having those hiding places now, I bet.
Right, because that little door frame is like 4 inches wide. Not hiding behind that.
Right. Were you satisfied with this final fight between Laurie and Michael?
I liked the little montage of all their interactions in past movies, because they even went back to the original 1978 version. I liked that. I personally they've had way better fights in the past. And she's done way more damage to him, I feel like, in the past. And this is the way he's gonna die.
Right.
But, there's a lot wrong with this movie, so why does this surprise me?
Yeah, no, I agree. Okay. So one thing I want to talk about, and if there's anything before that you want to talk about, I did like it when he stabbed her with her own crocheting needle. That was fun.
Yeah.
Is okay. So they kill Michael Myers, and I use that term very loosely. And then pretty much the whole town shows up, and they're like,
right.
"Oh no,
the mob of the desecrated body" is what I wrote down.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so what it is. They show up because they're like, we need to make sure this fucker's dead. And I love how somebody's like, this is not how things are done. And that black guy's all like, it is tonight and everything. I was like, oh, shit's going down.
You're like, that guy's new in town. He graduated from the university with criminal justice. This was his first job. He's new. Forgive him. Forgive him.
Yeah, they immediately go to the scrapyard and they literally
I loved how they strapped him to the roof. No one had a pickup truck.
Yeah, like he was a deer.
Right. And they've got police escort behind him, in front of him, like telling the whole town, look at Michael's here. Going, join. And they were going so slow so people could catch up. But my favorite is how they were going so slow that the horde knew where they were going, or the mob knew where they were going, and got to the junkyard or scrapyard before them. They were like waiting and had to park.
Yeah, there was a lot of people there.
A lot of people.
They were walking past
the desecrated body.
That's good. That's good. I like that. So they took him to that junkyard or scrapyard. Sorry, it's a scrapyard. We have to be respectful. Right. And they lift him up like Jesus and carry him through the crowd like it's a mosh pit and shit, or crowd surfing and everything. And they throw him into that car compactor thingy, whatever it was, crusher, yeah, called. Yeah. And then they crush his body. And I was like, oh, ain't come. What?
Well, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, I was like, he's not coming back from that. And I wrote down good, because I've had enough of this nonsense. Because I don't know how you feel. This new trilogy, I haven't liked any of them. I didn't like this one.
Yeah, I just don't like when they deviate from the process. You know, when you deviate from the originals and the whole process of how things were done. Like, fine, you want to do a remake and change up the story a smidge, I can live with that. But when you change the whole premises and the process, like you made Jamie Lee Curtis or Laurie a fragile, scared old lady because people were taunting her with "this is your fault." Bullshit. Fuck off.
Right on. Yeah, I just didn't like it.
And why is her granddaughter such a bitch? I get it. Your mom and dad died at the hands of Michael Myers. So did your grandma's older sister, mom, what everybody else, her best friends, whatever. You know, that's the price you pay for, you know, living in the world of a serial killer.
Yeah, no, I agree. Okay. Now, I don't have anything else to add to this.
Me either.
Okay, good. Then let's move over to the next section of our review. Let's talk about it, and that's our questions. Vetta, what was your question for me and you for this movie? Go.
Mine is, what is your favorite Halloween movie out of all of the franchise?
Oh, the first one, the very first one.
Oh, for sure. That's my answer too. I was like, you can never go wrong.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I don't judge anybody else if they liked the other ones, because there are some like good moments, but no, the first one is totally my jam. I love that movie. We should watch that movie and review it sometime for this. Maybe next Halloween. Maybe we'll see. But yeah, no, I love that movie.
Me too. That was my answer too. I was like, that one you never can go wrong. Like, yeah, it's just like it. You have to see it.
I agree.
Plus, it's the one where the Scream Queen is born.
Right on. Yeah, no, I agree. Okay, so my question for you is, and it's very generic, what is your favorite Jamie Lee Curtis movie? Go.
It's the exact same answer.
Oh, it's Halloween. It's a good answer.
I just think it's a great debut movie. You know, she's had some fabulous movies since then, like A Fish Called Wanda, A Virus, she's had some really great
Virus
movies.
was not a good movie.
No, but it was another movie she did that was
Right
really
on.
what I was going. But I'm just saying, A Fish Called Wanda was good. But
yes,
I just think that one's still the one that whenever people talk about Jamie Lee Curtis, that's just the first movie that comes to mind.
I feel you. That's a legit answer, dude. Mine, however, is True Lies.
Oh, that's a good one too.
I will be honest with you. She has never been sexier than she was in this movie. When she goes into that hotel room and she thinks she's gonna meet a man and she's trying to seduce him. So she tears her dress in the hallway and she slicks back her hair with the water. Yeah. And then she's dancing all on the bed pole. And I was like, yeah, you get it, you naughty girl, you naughty girl. I was all like, now this is hot. And plus I really like that movie still. So also
I did almost pick Trading Places because I love her in Trading Places where she's the hooker and everything. Yeah. And then
no, that's a good one too.
Becomes part of the group and they're on that train and she's the Swedish girl. I was like, hysterical. I do like that one too, but I'm still, her in horror films is just chef's
iconic.
Kiss. Yeah.
So, all right, Vetta, do you have anything else that you want to say about this movie?
Don't watch it. Go watch
you would not recommend it?
Absolutely fucking not.
Gotcha. Right on. Yeah.
Peacock, do better.
Yeah, do better. Well, it's
Blumhouse, Universal.
Yeah.
All of you. I mean, what am I talking about? They all make real shitty movies. I don't know how some of these things get past people.
I would not recommend this movie either, unless you're watching the trilogy and you're like, I have to finish it. I'm like, oh, okay. I wouldn't have watched it if we didn't do it for this podcast, but yeah, it wasn't good.
I had hopes. I had hopes they were going to turn it around, and then they went and shit on my dreams.
I didn't like any of them so far, so I didn't have hopes.
I didn't like any. I was all of the, like I said, all of the remakes. I don't like them. They're not my Halloween. No.
Right on. All right, you guys. Well, that is the end of our episode. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at BSDrunkPod to stay updated. Now, if you listen to us on Apple Podcast or Spotify or anywhere where you get your podcast needs, please give us a 5-star review. We really appreciate it, and you have no idea how much it helps us out. We'll also be posting the video version of this to our YouTube channel, so be sure to subscribe, like, and share on that. And we are BS Drunk Movie Reviews there on YouTube. And please don't forget to drink, recap, review, and repeat. Bye, you guys.
Bye.